Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, and today I'm going to be bringing you a review of the third season of Star Wars Rebels. If you haven't seen Star Wars Rebels or my other two reviews, I'd suggest go watching them now. Rebels will take you a little bit, but the two videos that I've already done shouldn't take you too long. But yeah, Star Wars Rebels Season 3, I'm basically just going to be building off of the last two reviews. So we're not really going to go over a lot of stuff here, I guess. This might not even be that long of a video. Excuse me, I am a burping fool today. It's not exactly after lunch, but it's a little bit after. You don't care, you want to learn, you want to hear about Star Wars. Star Wars, let's talk about Rebels. So, Season 3, here we go. Season 3, we have a new villain, Grand Admiral Thrawn. He's from the expanded universe that is no longer canon, which, well, I believe they're calling it Legends now. Star Wars Legends canon. And they brought him into the new canon as a Rebels villain, and he's pretty interesting, I have to say. It's kind of a bit of a change from the villains that we've had. The first villain being the Grand Inquisitor, who really just, you know, went around, attacked some Jedi, that's it. He wasn't really a planner or anything. And then Vader and the other Inquisitors really in Season 2. It was interesting because I don't know if Vader really had a plan, per se. Like, I know his goal was to snuff out this little rebel cell. But he didn't... I don't know, it's interesting because he didn't take a very active role. He mostly sent the Inquisitors out, and he showed up whenever he had to because Jedi were involved and stuff. But this time, Grand Admiral Thrawn, he has a plan. He has like this well-calculated plan, you know, and he has this plan because he doesn't just study battle strategies. He knows his enemy. He learns about the cultures and stuff, which is actually really interesting for a villain. You know, it's not just, let's just study how to beat that man in battle. It's like, no, he really learns everything he can about the rebels. And how he can use all that knowledge to defeat them, ultimately. Which he kind of does at the end. Spoilers, I suppose. Of course, if you're watching this video, why would you... Well, I guess I didn't say spoilers right up front. Okay, he doesn't... I hope I was vague enough right there. Not really spoilers, but I don't know. People can probably guess that, though. I don't know. A side story we kind of have going here is Darth Maul, well, formerly Darth, now just Maul. He's actually trying to find Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he sort of manipulates Ezra at first, and then Ezra, like, stops letting him do that, and he figures out that he needs to go to Tatooine and stuff. And that actually, that has an interesting conclusion, which I guess I shouldn't give away here. It's an interesting conclusion. Some people say it's rushed, some people say it's perfect. I'm kind of in the middle, leaning more towards perfect. I thought it was kind of rushed, but it still worked, and I was satisfied with the conclusion to this story. Yeah, I don't think it's perfect, but I think it's really, really good. I'm sorry my eyes have been a little watery today. I don't know why. Anywho. So, other than that, I don't know how much I can really say about this season, but it was really good. The only thing I can really think of is that all the characters are good this season. Again, I really like all these characters, but there are a couple times, there were a couple episodes I didn't really care for. The only one I can think of off the top of my head is the one with Commander Sato's nephew and his friends, and they're trying to go against the Empire. I didn't really care for that because they weren't doing much and they were kind of annoying, honestly. And God, my eyes. I don't know what is going on with my eyes today. But, anyway. Yeah, that episode I didn't really care for. Other than that, there's not really any episodes that I would say are bad in this season. Some of them do kind of take detours. Like, we take a little, like, Mandalorian detour at one point. It only lasts for about 2 episodes. And it's still cool. It's still good. It's just, well, technically there are 3 Mandalorian episodes, but there's 1, and then later on there's 2 back-to-back. And I didn't mind those. The 2 back-to-back are a lot better than the first one. So, oh my eyes. But yeah, I didn't think they were like really invasive or took away from the story. I mean, they kind of do, but they're still good. The characters are still good, so you kind of get it. Other than that, again, not a lot to say. I'm curious where they're going to go from here with the Rebels, and there are a couple things in the end that kind of leave you guessing, like, okay, who's going to be the next season villain, you know? Is it just going to be the Empire? Are we going to have a single villain like we did with Thrawn and Vader and the Grand Inquisitor, even though he kind of got shafted at the end of season 1 for Tarkin. But it does make me question, okay, what are we doing next in Rebels? What's the next goal? I guess just what's next? That's my main question for Rebels. And yeah, there's not a whole lot else to say about this season other than it was really good and I really liked it. And it's still, even like with some of those, I suppose, more filler episodes than anything. Like, I don't consider the Mandalorian episodes to be filler, but like the one with Sato's nephew, that felt like filler to me. I'm pretty sure that was this season. I don't fully remember. It's been a little while since those episodes aired, but I think that was this season. But those, I didn't really care for the fillers. I guess that's just it, is that when they did filler, it wasn't that good, but it's still better than like the Clone Wars. Like, even like Rebels at its worst does not beat Clone Wars at its best, but when Rebels is at its worst, Clone Wars is just okay. Like, I'd say, like, the worst episodes of Rebels are on par with the decent episodes, like the okay, nothing good, nothing really bad episodes of the Clone Wars, but there's no Rebels episodes that are as bad as Clone Wars can get. Clone Wars got pretty bad. Not every episode, obviously, but there were some episodes, like, the only one I can think of off the top of my head is the Umbara episodes of Clone Wars with General Krell, I think is his name. Yeah, Krell. Those were bad. Those are my least favorite episodes, probably. But Rebels never gets that bad. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And there's no, like, Jar Jar character, like, really annoying characters. Like, in Clone Wars, I could keep going on about Clone Wars, but I probably shouldn't. But yeah, there's no really annoying characters in Rebels. Like, the worst a character can get is just some stupid Empire guy that doesn't listen to Thrawn or something. Like, Constantine, I think is his name. He gets kind of annoying, but he's just like he's just a little guy on the totem pole. And my voice hurts now. Sorry, I've been yelling at a movie for the past hour. You'll see what movie that is later. That's another scripted review that's coming out soon, later this month, actually, in April. But enough about that. So yeah, overall, Season 3 of Rebels was really good, and I'm really looking forward to what they do next, because I really love this show. And that's pretty much it. End cards have popped up right about now. You can click on those. You can follow 7th Hour Films on Twitter. I believe it's over here at 7th Hour Films, and that's basically it. I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.